Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, look, we got me on my meteorology kick, man. We gonna go into a little bit about what's going down in Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a little Duval on deck, man. Look, talking about the tornadoes, man. We got Offset with the alleged side piece, man. We got Boosie with the baptism, man. Ray J on ad being taken. We also got don't we got something else, man? We got what else we got over here, man? Oh, one of the accusers apparently might have been bribed or was trying to bribe somebody. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Biggie's mom weighs in, man, and Jay-Z's lawyer. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Hey yo, if this your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your test. I want to give it a tap, and that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go on to us until you check this out, man. Prayers up for the good people in Florida, man. Okay, in Florida. All right. As you already know, Hurricane Milton is barreling his way down towards Tampa, and by the time you hear this, it's gonna already have started. It's gonna get real bad, probably around like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is horrifying, man. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to throw prayers up for the people in Florida, man. You know what I mean? Like right about now, they are likely experiencing one of the worst hurricanes in the state's history. You follow what I'm saying, man? Like this is like Jupiter level, real talk. Okay, like red dot Jupiter. Look, the last hurricane there I think it was a Hurricane Helene or something like that. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. All right, there was a lot of lives lost. So imagine this one, which is even more insane. Let's join the spawning tornadoes and whatnot, man. Look, we told you already, right? One of the worst aspects of the hurricane is something called storm surge. And for those of y'all that need a visual, take a look.
Look like. Let's show you. Imagine this. Imagine 3 feet of storm surge right here. Now, if this amount of water catches you by surprise, it's too late to evacuate. Cars are floating around and floating away. There's large objects in here that could knock things down with a battering ram-like force. Now, there's no way, again, to evacuate with this kind of storm surge. But we know there's going to be places with more than 3 feet. Imagine 6 feet of storm surge. Now, this completely floods out the first floors of homes and businesses, and the only way to escape that is to move to the higher floor of a building. Now, unfortunately, there are going to be places that get more than 6 feet of storm surge flooding. Imagine this, 9 feet and even beyond of flooding, of inundation. This is practically not survivable. So please follow the advice of your local officials when they ask you to evacuate. And if you have any questions about what evacuation zone you're in, if you need to go and or where you need to go to floridadisaster.org. And by all means, everybody, please stay safe.
Hey, yo, that's horrifying, man. I mean, think about it. You can't just swim through a flood like that, man, because at that rate, like the cars are floating, trees are floating, debris from the houses from the last hurricane are floating. All that stuff is hitting you, plus the wind is blowing hard. And can you imagine 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m.? It's insane, okay? Pray for the people out there, man. Florida, look. Yes, the Florida man is crazy, but we don't want to see the man die. You follow what I'm saying, man? Look, I wonder if Noah's flood was like a hurricane. I mean, it got me thinking. All right. That man on the storm surge piece said 9 feet is not survivable. Apparently, they're saying now the joint is not going to be 9 feet, but it could be 10 to 15 feet. All right. Look, every day people enter the afterlife. And this flood, this hurricane, look, it means a lot of people going to be there on Friday. You understand what I'm saying? So please, prayers up for the people there, man. This ain't no joke. Matter of fact, I saw one, I was scrolling through the gram, man. One dude decided he was gonna make sure his house wasn't going nowhere. So he tied his house down, okay? Look at this picture right here. Hopefully Source got the pick up, man. The person that posted it said, someone please update me post-hurricane about this house specifically. Okay, so you can see, hopefully you see the pic. This man, it's like he bolted his house to the ground. This is actually very fascinating. Now, mind you, if the waters is like you know what I'm saying, 10 to 15 feet, that means the whole house is going to be destroyed anyway. The whole thing is going to be, it's going to look crazy. And let me go into a little bit about the category situation. All right, where we at over here? Didn't I have a picture of this joint? I mean, I think you did. Yeah, I got it right here. Look at this picture right here with the wind categories. Okay, so you know how they say like, oh, this storm is going to be a category 3, it's going to be a category 4. So a category 1. Oh, matter of fact, look. Let me go into what Lil Duval got going on first. All right. Look, with this whole hurricane, right? They're gonna be all kinds of stuff blowing around, debris blowing around. They said the winds was up to 150 miles per hour. That was around like maybe 11 o'clock this morning when I was reading it. Now I'm hearing the wind has picked up to approximately 200 miles per hour. They're saying they might even have to create a whole new category 6. I say just call the joint category Jupiter. Okay, look, a lot of debris is going to turn into deadly projectiles. I mean, let's take a look at the wind category for a second, all right? We got category 1, 74, 95 miles per hour. Dangerous winds, man, it's going to produce some damage, all right? But then you got category 2. Where we at over here? Branches, category 1, blowing off the branches. Category 2 is really bending them trees, okay? Category 3 is taking the roofs off the houses. Category 4 is the roof and pieces of the house. Category, that's like walls and stuff. Category 5 is devastating. Okay, the house is gone. The walls, the bed, PlayStation, sinks, toilet bowl, everything. Okay, look, even Lil Duval had to figure out how he gonna try to get his moms out of that joint. Take a listen to what he had going on.
They told us no. He said, "Where you going?" He said, "The bridge is getting ready to close. They closing the bridge," and that's what they told us.
What that mean? They closing the bridge?
They closed the bridge because of the rain and stuff.
So what, y'all can't go across the bridge?
No, we can't go across the bridge.
So y'all stuck on the island?
We stuck on the yeah. But a lot of cars are here, and they say we safe. They keep saying we safe. They say don't go. They tell us not to leave.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, worst case, I could fly down there and come get you.
The worst case we could do, Roland, just give me. The airport is closed. Everything is closed. All the airports are closed.
I'm talking about afterwards, after the hurricane passed.
Yeah. But I'll let you know. But you know what? Just keep me in your prayer, and I just asking God to protect not just us, everybody on this island. Everybody.
All right.
I'll keep you posted, baby. Take care, and I love you.
I love you too.
It's some scary stuff, man. A lot of people just might look at it and be like, oh, wow, yeah, they got the storm going on now. This joint's going to be crazy, man. Lil Duval also posted a video of the tornadoes that are even spawning, because they're saying there are tornadoes that are spawning now, okay? Take a look at this clip right here. Yeah. You see that, man? I mean, this is insane, man. Prayers up for the people out there, man, because can you imagine, like right now you might be sitting comfortably, maybe listening to this video or whatever, you in your bed, ain't nothing going down. You're not really experiencing that. A lot of people will not have a bed. Like on Friday, they're not going to be sleeping in their bed. Everything that you see in your house for them is going to be gone on Friday. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. That you know how many homeless people that leaves? Oh, by the way, let's get into this Offset situation, man. A young lady by the name of Pre hopped on the gram, you know what I mean? Like claiming to have had some dealings with the artist Offset, okay? I think he's recently divorced, okay? This is what she posted. She said, I told you to keep it P 3 weeks ago, right? And then she followed that post with, I'm confused. They always get confused. Don't they always get confused? She said, I'm confused. Why you steady being messy behind closed doors like you ain't been inquiring about a divorce since last summer? Close quote. Okay. Then this girl Pre, who I guess at this point sounds like she's alluding to the idea that she could have potentially have been a side piece of sorts. She then started digging through her shoebox of receipts and pulled out an email which seemingly was sent to Offset. And at the top of the joint, the joint reads like privileged and confidential contract for legal services. And then it goes on and on. You gonna read it? I will not read it here because it just said privileged and confidential contract. Okay, so it's hopefully don't try to, you know what I'm saying, don't show the contents of the email, please. Okay, hopefully Sauce, you know what I'm saying, heard this part of the thing. But check this out though, man. It is noteworthy to mention, right? If she leaked this email, that means she got his password. Look, how close are you? How close do you have to be with the people that know you to know your passwords to your account and to your email. Unless, of course, she was snooping through bro's phone. See, stuff like that be going down. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. I mean, you can look at her picture and be like, oh, man, you know, she kind of fine. I don't care what they look like. Don't get fooled by it. Hey, look, don't get fooled by it, all right? When you see the damned curtains, that's a red flag. You like curtains? Yeah, curtains. Can someone in the comments let folks know what I mean by curtains? Okay? Hopefully y'all know, all right? When I see the curtains, that's a red flag, okay? That you're about to be in some bullish when you're dealing with this person. Look, a lot of women know how to look good. That's the easy part. You like, not for everybody. I'm saying that's the easy part, okay? But actually being good, that's where the difficulty level spikes, okay? And unfortunately, we live in a society where we reward women for looking good, but not being good and carrying themselves with self-respect. You follow what I'm saying, man? We need to reward more of that kind of behavior. So a lot of folks don't think, well, this is what I gotta be, okay? You're like, what about men? Well, I mean, we're not talking about men. We're talking about this lady right here, okay? Men gotta carry themselves with integrity and self-respect too, man. You know what I mean? By the way, did you see Boosie helping his brother baptize 40 kids? It was beautiful, man. Take a look at this joint real quick.
Baptize you in the name of the Father, Son.
Yeah. All that.
Baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus.
Now that was incredible, okay? Now, just in case you don't understand, all right? Because a lot of folks don't know, okay? Baptism is merely an outward symbol to the world of an inward change. That's all it is, okay? Baptism does not save you, okay? It shows that you've chosen to follow Jesus, right? It's symbolic of a person dying to their old way of life, going under the water, and being raised to a new life following Christ, okay? It's simply a public declaration of your faith illustrated by obedience to Jesus' way of life, okay? Shout out to Boosie for supporting the children and going a better way in life. That's a big deal right there, man. Every time think about it, man. Every single person makes a difference, okay? When you take the tiniest of pebbles and throw it into the lake, there is a ripple effect, okay? Every single person, I'm talking to you, the listener, you make a ripple. All right. There are some people that will not be able to receive certain pieces of information unless it comes from you. It is what it is. I'm trying to tell you. All right. Some people will never get certain pieces of information, or they will never feel a particular way unless they have an interaction with you. All right. Look. Some folks will never get so mad unless they have that interaction with your ass. You understand what I'm saying, man? So it goes both ways, bad and good. Some people will never feel so good unless they interact with you in particular, because you are very unique, okay? Unless, of course, your name is unique. Then you're very not unique. Okay, now, I'm just clowning. Listen, meanwhile, right? What's my time looking like? Because I'm almost done. I'm almost done over here. This is actually going to be a short video today. 10 minutes? I'm doing good. Listen. Ray J is out here talking wild, reckless, okay? Dead ass. Take a listen.
Let's get into the Diddy situation, okay? Everybody's flipping out. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody's saying nothing. I know I did the first interview on News Nation, and now I see a whole lot of interviews coming after. Are you guys waiting for somebody to, be the front runner to speak out and to say what they feel? Because I'm not scared. Are there really tapes? Are a lot of people being implemented into this crazy criminal investigation that's going on right now? How many people are in it? How many celebrities are involved in what they're saying? Or it was important for me to come online, to do interviews where it not just shows you that I'm here to help and I'm here to be a voice of reason to try to find a solution for the future young entrepreneurs. It's also saying, listen, Diddy was my friend, not was. What do you do? What do you do when you've never been in the room? What do you do when you've never seen all this shit that people are talking about? Do you believe it? Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So should I fall back and wait? Should I be a voice of reason now? Should we create roadmaps so new young entrepreneurs don't go through things like this because you might catch it before it happens? Are there enough mentorship programs for people to follow? Are there other leaders who have an outstanding track record, who can help create a new blueprint, so when some of these young entrepreneurs and people who are making money, who have influence, are falling by the wayside and have not jumped over the edge yet? Can you save them? Can you save us? Can you save people who are making a lot of money, who have power, who have not been raised under a certain household that shows them how to respect and love and have moral integrity? Is Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip-hop? This is what represents hip-hop in its entirety. That's not true. So what do we do now? If you look on my Instagram, if you look on all of my social media platforms, I created a roadmap that I felt could help. And I've implemented a lot of things that we can do as a society in unity to try to stop this from happening for our future industry. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? That was funny, fam. Now what? I don't use baby oil. Lube sometimes in sex makes it better. Should I come out with Ray Y jelly and do some kind of like skit and say, KY just gave me a deal. Ray Y jelly, I got 1,000 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ray Y. That funny to you? It's not to me. Because there's a victim out there that has been caught up in something that has affected their lives. And if it has something to do with that, or it has something to do with any other products, or any other thing you're hearing about, it's distasteful. What do we do? Who do we talk to? God bless you. I'm exhausted with the negativity. I'm exhausted with the people in this industry that have power, who are abusing the power. I can say a lot of names. I won't today, but I will soon. Just stay tuned. Everybody eventually will get the reality check that they're looking for.
Ooh, look. Ray J gonna make me go back to the lab with that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, that to me makes me want to watch a full episode. He makes me want to turn on the camera, put on a suit and tie, and conduct this like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he just did it. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I really like the way he did that. He was serious, but it was funny, but it wasn't. And you weren't really even sure if he was serious. See, you know what folks have always told me, which I always was like, I don't know how to take this. They'll say, whenever I would say certain things to them, they'll be like, are you joking? Or are you serious? And that always bugged me out, man. You know what I mean? Because I think, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I assume it's a good thing, because if they're not sure whether I'm joking or serious, that means they got to think about what I said. And the longer they think about what I said, that means they kind of thinking about what I said. You know what I mean? And then they go home thinking about it. You'd be surprised how often and frequently people think about the things that you say. You know that people think about your words way more than they let on, right? Like people go home and they review the contents of the day. And during that review process, the things you said play, you know what I mean, in their heads. And you know, a lot of times that happens with kids, man. You'd be surprised. A lot of kids' inner monologue is the voice of their parents. So imagine if you're talking real reckless to your kids, what them kids are hearing throughout the course of their day. You know what I'm saying? My bad. But I mean, Ray J, he really put in work with that one. I really like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, he handled it with such excellence. I would love to be on his show. If his show, that reality check show, is that, I would love to be on that. You're like, really? No. But I mean, yes and no. Okay. I would love to be on that show. I would hate to be in the realm of entertainment. But that was priceless. You follow what I'm saying, man? I mean, I have a lot of fun here doing this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have peace. You know what I mean? I just look through this stuff. I laugh about it. Then I tell you what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, these people is wild. You know what I mean? Look, he talk about booties getting taken. The way he said it though. I'm not saying that that's funny. That's not funny at all. But the way I can't describe it, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like when I heard it, I was just like, this is almost comical, but it ain't at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me just go to the next story. Okay. And for this next story, I meant not to cover any Diddy news today. I really did. Okay. But I was like, wait, why not? It's part of the culture. And look, when folks complain about the constant coverage of the diddler, right? I'm over here like, these folks must not know how the algorithm works. Listen. Let me just explain something to a lot of y'all, all right? Diddy again? Yeah, cut it out, okay? When we do these videos, right? One of the reasons why you even can see this video is because we're trying to line ourselves up with the algorithm. When we do these videos, the audio part, the visual part, the research, it's a lot of work, man. I mean, could look effortless. I'm writing out the script. I gotta write out a script every day. That means I gotta cut out time in my day to write out my thoughts, okay? Source takes a few hours sometimes to make the video. Look, all day long we scouring the internet and collecting information. You think we want to do that, drop a video and then the joint get no views, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious, man? Look, you start to feel like few views doesn't match the time and energy you put into it. So my thought process is this: follow the algorithm, then slide in the big picture. Because, you know, a lot of folks are like, yo, why don't you talk about the big picture, the big issue, what's really going on? Follow the algorithm, and then we slide that in, okay? Look, we slide it, before you know it, the venom is already flowing through your bloodstream, okay? That is the venom of information that enables you to rebel against this crooked worldly system. You understand what I'm saying? The aim is to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. We're trying to balance wisdom and shrewdness with innocence. Listen, you know how there's the Diddy accuser who said that she was allegedly assaulted by the diddler and his security? And then the security was like, yo, I didn't even do nothing. I wasn't even there. Okay. Just to refresh your memory, take a look at this young lady real quick.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been really deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. It's a pain that reaches.
So that young lady, Miss Talia Graves, is now being accused of allegedly trying to pay her ex $3 million to back up her story, which is essentially a bribe. Listen, man. TMZ has obtained the text messages from her past conversations where she allegedly admits to suing Diddy because, quote unquote, he's the one that has the money. Close quote. And he offered her $3 million. No, wait. She offered him, right? She offered her ex $3 million to back up her version of the events. Now, the ex confirmed to TMZ that the messages were real, and he felt that the offer was a bribe, and he cut her off shortly after. Now, Diddy's team has the same text messages, and Miss Graves' lawyer, this is what she said. She said it's very common for rich and powerful men and their supporters to shame and humiliate accusers who have the courage to come forward. The complaint speaks for itself. Close quote. She said that before. When Talia Graves accused the security guard, right, of violating her. And then the lawyer came out and said the complaint speaks for itself. But the security guy that she accused showed the news the text messages where Shorty wasn't even certain that she got the right security guard. Okay? He was like, yo, I wasn't even in New York at that time. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the complaint said. The complaint that speaks for itself, that's what it was saying. It was saying it was him, and the girl said that she wasn't even sure it was him. Okay? I mean, look, I don't know. This is real. It gets real complicated because it is true that in order to for the accused to kind of clear themselves, right? If they are guilty, of course, they want to try to clear themselves by trying to make the person look like they're not credible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Okay, listen. Let me just put this out here. All right, Diddy is innocent until he is proven guilty. Proven guilty. And I think recorded videos of crimes, videos that have not been tampered with, are proof of crimes. Is one form of proof of crimes. Okay? Unless you got like folks that have been violated and then maybe they go to the law, what have you, and then, you know, they're like, yo, man, here's, you know what I'm saying? Look, this is the proof that I've been violated. And, you know, there's a police record and the whole 9 yards, and they got a copy, the police precinct got a copy, and even if they don't got a copy because they try to hide it because they was part of the, at least the person got a copy, you got to have some form of, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's the lady that accused the security guard, but then wasn't really sure whether it was even the right security guard that she was accusing. So I don't know how I'm feeling about that Talia Graves girl. Okay. And then, you know, of course, and she said this happened back in, what is it, 2001? You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, man. I know a lot of people are like, yo, man, don't, you know, you got to believe accusers. You got to believe, you got to believe the accusers. Yo. I don't believe everybody, bro. I don't believe everybody. You know why I don't believe everybody? Because to me, 100%, every single human being that I've ever met is a liar. Some people practice lies. Some people lie to get themselves out of trouble in the whole 9 yards. I don't trust nobody. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, you got to prove it. And unless you got a nice, good, clean track record of having integrity, that helps your case. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're trying to put somebody in a cage for 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, and the whole night, you got to prove it. And if you can't prove it, that beyond a reasonable doubt, then I agree with the law that you got to let the accused ride. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're supposed to believe the victims. Yeah, I believe the victims when they're the victims. And some people, they cannot prove that they're the victims. Unfortunately, it is what it is. A lot of people get assaulted, but, you know, yo, man, he hit me back in the day. Oh, really? Well, you got any proof of that? No. Then, I mean, what you gonna try to press charges on him? You're trying to do this 20 years later. So, I mean, what do you want these folks to do? Like, you trying to, you know what I mean? You're trying to sue and get money and stuff like that. I mean, come on. Or you trying to just get them locked up? It'd be different if they was like, I just want them locked up. And even then, it's kind of questionable. Anyway, look, speaking on security, right? Biggie Smalls, wait, what's my time looking like? I know, I said this is a short video, and here I am at 20 minutes. Listen, speaking on security, Biggie Smalls' mother has a message about Diddy's former security guard, Gene Deal. Take a listen to what he had to say about what Biggie's mom said to him.
Wallace, Gene want to say hi to you real quick before I get off the phone, because Gene was on my other phone. Gene, here go Miss Wallace.
Gene Deal.
Hey, Miss Wallace, Gene Deal.
Oh, hi, Gene. How are you?
All right, man. You know I ain't seen you since I came to your house and had that conversation with you. How you been? You all right?
I've been okay. I've been watching you on Facebook.
I'm sorry, Miss Wallace. I'm sorry I had to do what I had to do, but you know, it is what it is.
I know you do.
Thank you, Miss Wallace. Like I told people, I said if Miss Wallace would have called me and told me to shut it down, I would have shut it down. Miss Wallace ain't called. She knew how to get in touch with me. If Miss Wallace didn't tell me to shut it down, I'm going to keep doing it because I respect you, Miss Wallace.
Do what you do.
Thank you, Ma. I appreciate you.
What you do.
All right, Miss Wallace, I love you. I want you to get some rest, okay? So go ahead and get you some rest, all right?
Thank you so much, honey.
All right, I'm going to give you a call next week. I'll be in New York next week.
Okay, take care.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. All right, gang, so I'm going to be in New York next week, man.
But hold on, I'll be out of New York. But damn, did you hear what she just said?
What's up?
She said she be watching me. Go ahead and do what you do. Did you hear that?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, all motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about nigga, you just heard it from Big's mama.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yep.
You just heard it from Big's mama, I've been
Right.
watching.
Hey, listen, man. I firmly believe moms know who is not right for their kids, or moms know who ain't good for their kids. How about I put it like that? Whatever. Okay. And to me, it seems like she was never in love with the diddler. You know what I mean? It seemed like she was never in love with the diddler. Look, she could have just listened to some of his lyrics, like, where all this gay stuff came from. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, don't get mad at me, man. You know there was gay stuff in them lyrics. She looked so good, I would suck on her daddy's. Come on now. That's real, you know what I'm saying? Look, a mother hearing that, you hearing her child rap that, she be, what the hell, where all this gay stuff came from? Oh, who he messing with? Who he hanging around? Diddy? Puff? Gosh. Look so good, I'll suck on his daddy. Her daddy's ick. Come on, man. Okay, those are questionable lyrics. Okay, or am I wrong? Are they not questionable lyrics? Them super questionable lyrics. Where am I at over here? I almost lost my place just thinking about that nastiness. I mean, look, we don't care who your idols are, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, I saw somebody say in the song Dreams, he says, you could 76 to 69, try 68, make Raven Simone call date rape. And then the person says, mind you, she was 9 years old at the time. What the hell kind of nonsense is going on around here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Where am I at over here? What was it? Biggie, can't you see? Oh, no, that's stupid. Listen, because somebody says sometimes your words just violate me, but whatever. They just trying to be funny. Listen, speaking of Diddy, right? My Mixtapes has reported that Biggie Smalls' former bodyguard, right? Now we're talking about Biggie Smalls' former bodyguard, okay? So I don't even know why I said speaking of Diddy. I'm tripping. Biggie Smalls' former bodyguard, okay, reported that Biggie Smalls was the one that gave Diddy his name, Diddy, and it came from the Donkey Kong video game. Y'all know the little monkey is called Diddy Kong, okay? Now at the time, Big and Puff, they was beefing over publishing rights, and Biggie Smalls gave him that name to make him the laughing stock of the rap game. That's according to My Mixtapes, okay? That's right. Look, the notorious B.I.G. called Puff a monkey. Now, a lot of folks say that Diddy claimed that that name way after, like in the early 2000s and like that, but apparently Big called him that on a few songs, man. Like maybe Going Back to Cali or Victory or something like that. You know what I mean? Now, where we at over here, man? Listen, man, a few days ago, right? This is weird. This is wild. This is interesting, actually. A few days ago, Piers Morgan interviewed Jaguar Wright. And during the interview, Jaguar Wright repeated that she's been, she repeated what she's been repeating for years now, all right? She called out Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it aired on Piers Morgan's show, Uncensored. And this is what she had said. Take a listen.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim Porter?
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
All right, well now, Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyers have contacted Piers Morgan and told him, you better apologize for letting that woman get on here and say this, okay? And bro apologized for allowing Jaguar Wright to have the platform and say what she said. On the show Uncensored, he had to censor it. Take a listen.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
So that's Piers Morgan's apology, man. Their lawyers have, this is what he said. He said their lawyers have contacted us to tell that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with a legal request to cut them from the original interview. Then he says, we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Close quote. I mean, that's the apology. Like, if a crime happened or not, right? Like, if there's no evidence to prove the crime beyond a reasonable doubt, those accused, technically, like we said, are innocent until proven guilty. Now, a lot of people that make the accusations say that they have receipts, or they say they got names. Oh, we got names. Don't make me drop it. I got receipts. Cassie's team apparently said, look, here the proof right here. Now get the cuss out of my face. Okay? Look, if you have the proof, the smoking gun, drop it. You know what I mean? But when people start getting cryptic and, start slyly giving names, we could drop it if we want, but we prefer to terrorize you for years with the claims that we have the receipts. But they never dropped the receipts? What did we talk about? In my head, I'm like, what, you want the proof? Boom, bang, blow, boom, boom. Here's your proof right here, okay? Look, let's make this quick, man. No need to drag this out for years. Why the hell would I want to go 12 rounds on purpose? You follow what I'm saying? To terrorize you with what I'm about to do. Look, you know what Bernie Mac said? So hopefully this plays. Sus, what did Bernie Mac say?
Wait one round bout, and people that got knocked out in the first goddamn round. You laying there, I'm pumping my ass out. Stop all that hollering, busting nuts so we can go to sleep. Fuck you hollering, folks.
I hope that played, man. But see, that's what I'm saying, okay? People holding alleged receipts of wickedness done by all these big names in the entertainment industry, and they holding the receipts and the names for 12 and 15 years and saying, oh, but I don't want to drop it, I don't want to release it. Bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? So we could get this thing going, man, so we can get it over with, all right? You like, yo, that was crass. Hey, look, man, that is utilizing biology to get the damn point across, because some people, they need it like that, okay? Look, and last time I checked, we was adults. You like, but Celeb, my kids are listening. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Listen, we merely was trying to illustrate the point of hastening the process of revealing evidence through the verbal visualization of the human reproductive system. Okay? Sorry, kids. Okay? We were just highlighting how quickly mating could take place between the human species. Okay? Look, you know, if you hug real hard, a baby could come out. Let me go to my shout outs real quick. Where we at over here? What's my time looking like, man? Do we got time here? Oh, 27. All right, not bad. Listen. Shout out to, all right, look. Johnny Gonzalez. You get the first shout out, big dog. All right? Johnny Gonzalez is in Tampa. He also goes by the name Cuban P. My man said, yo, Celeb, it's your boy Cuban P. He said, everyone in Tampa is gone. He said, mandatory evacuations, but my mother and I are essential workers at a nursing home and had to stay at the last minute. He said, if it's not too much to ask, can I get a shout out to my mom, Gigi? Shout out to Gigi, the essential worker that stayed behind to make sure she can take care of as many people as possible during this, calamity. You know what I mean? And my man said, all the staff at Excel Nursing Home in Tampa. Shout out to the staff at Excel Nursing Home, because real talk, like, their situation is absolutely insane right now. He said, can we shout out the staff at Excel Nursing Home that didn't call off of work with an excuse? They were brave enough to show up to work because it is our duty. It's a ghost town. Police, army vehicles, people already breaking into houses. It's crazy. Everyone here should be safe. We have generators, food, medicine, etc. It's a nursing home. Help me out. It'll make a lot of people here smile. Look, I hope y'all can smile in this type of situation, man. My man said there's over 150 staff there that are willing to kind of ride it out and help whoever needs the assistance. And, you know, the fear that I have about their situation is there may not be a lot of people that come beyond them. Like, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people that will be, there might be a lot of people that will eventually be able to come to the nursing home if they get hurt in the situation. But I'm hoping that a lot of people find shelter You know what I'm saying? Find shelter. Shout out to people like the good folks at the Excel Nursing Home in Tampa, okay? Because I mean, it's insane that they even have to go through this, but I mean, this is nature. You know what I mean? There's not much we can do, man. Shout out to our brave essential workers that really risk their lives, put their lives on a line to help the maximum number of people that they can, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like the love of God, man. You know what I mean? Putting your life on the line to save another. And the people that you're willing to save, a lot of times they ain't even good people. You know what I mean? A lot of these people could be crazy, but they like, yo, man, we gonna be here and available to help whoever needs the assistance. Shout out to y'all at the Essential Nursing Home. Gigi, we love you. Cuban P, we love you, man. Please stay safe. Prayers up for y'all, man. In the name of Jesus, please, Lord, keep the folks at Excel Nursing Home, all the people that come to them for assistance. I'm praying that you keep them safe. Keep all my Floridians safe, Lord God. We pray that you would keep them from hurt, harm, and danger in the midst of this storm. And help them find the shelter that they need. Those that have not found shelter yet, we pray that you will protect them in Jesus' name. All right. Anybody that prayed that prayer with me, man, hit us with an amen in the comments below. All right. Will times 2. Will. Okay. Will said, yo, 5%ers is not the Nation of Islam, brother. Please don't send out misinformation. Yeah, my bad. Well, respectfully, I love what you're doing, but don't bundle the Nation of Islam with these other groups. Thank you. My bad, Will. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I think I bumped into something that said it's 5%ers are like the nation of gods and the earths or something like that. So I got it mixed up. I thought 5%ers was the same thing as the Nation of Islam. So that's my bad. Okay. So I apologized to him. I told him my bad. My man said, yo, you actually apologize? You've now turned into a superhero. God bless. Hey, look, don't everybody apologize. I thought everybody apologized. That's what we're supposed to do, man. No. If we give funky information, man, I want to get checked on it. And I looked it up and I was like, oops, my bad. So, you know, I shouldn't have said what I said with the Nation of Islam being a 5%. So my bad. I didn't know. And, you know, sometimes it be that way, man. It's called course correction, though. Loyal Savage hit us with a super thanks of $199.99. Okay? $200. I'm saying it's $200. Right? They hit us with $200. They hit us with $199.99. You got to say it right, bruh. Okay, my bad. They hit us with $199.99. My man said, my family and I, Loyal Savage said, my family and I appreciate all that you do. So thanks for all the years of entertainment and God's word. Thank you. Real talk. Thank you, man. Like when I saw that, I was like, I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Clearly the information that we share for Loyal Savage and the fam is very valuable, man. And to donate to us $200, man, that's insane, man. So I really do thank you for that. That really does mean a lot. I thank you for honoring us with your wealth, and I thank you for honoring us with your time and attention. Real talk, okay? Lastly, Goya Bean. Goya Bean, I love that name. Goya Bean said, yo, Celeb, you mean to tell me the angel that was cast from heaven for disobeying his God is the angel that's going to torture me with fire and a pitchfork for eternity for disobeying the same exact God that he disobeyed? Make it make sense, player. I'll try my best to make it make sense. Okay. Let me put it to you like this. How can I say this? All right. So the angel that disobeyed God will not be the one to torture you with fire. He don't have that kind of power. And I'm not sure where you got the pitchfork imagery from, okay? But the scripture teaches that hell was created for the devil and his angels, which are demons or evil spirits, all right? Now, unfortunately, humans side with the devil, and so they will find themselves placed in the same pit or the same furnace as the devil, all right? Jesus teaches that hell consists of a fire that cannot be quenched, okay? Psalm said that God will rain snares, fire, and brimstone, as well as a burning wind upon the wicked and upon those that practice evil. You know what I'm saying? And when it says rain, he will rain snares. The word for snares really means like traps, right? It's almost like a net. Okay. In other words, it's God will rain a judgment upon the wicked that they cannot escape. Similar to a trap, how you cannot escape it. God's trap the wicked will never be able to escape. And of course, if God sets a trap, how could the wicked escape it? Okay. In Mark 9, Jesus says that people in hell will be salted with fire. That's what he said. They'll be salted with fire. Now, salt is a preservative. Fire is judgment. So being salted with fire, it could be looked at two ways. You could think of it metaphorically or literally. If Jesus meant it literally, that would mean that the fire of hell has some kind of preservative property in it that makes whatever is burning in it like preserve or last forever. Okay, that's if we're looking at it literally. You'd have to be thinking of a literal fire, and we're talking about spirit beings being burned. Okay, and I think a spirit could still be literal. You know what I mean? Just because you can't touch it, I don't think literal means physical. Now, if he meant metaphorically, right? Every sacrifice will be salted with fire. He meant that it could mean that the fiery judgment of God lasts forever. You follow what I'm saying, man? The thing about it is this, okay? In essence, either Christ will have been sacrificed for you, or you are your own sacrifice. And if you are your own sacrifice, then that means you're paying for your sins with your blood. But your blood is dirty, which means that it is not capable of paying for your sins against an infinite God. And so therefore, you'd be paying forever. This is why people are in hell for all of eternity, because they've sinned against an infinite God. And so, and they are not infinite, so they deserve an infinite punishment, which is why the Messiah or the Christ had to be God. The Messiah has to be divine. It's only divine blood that can cleanse you from these eternal sins against an infinite God. You understand what I'm saying, man? All right, let's wrap this bad boy up. Oh, Spirit Warrior, shout out to you. I love you. Okay. Check this out, man. Let me give you this last piece of information, all right? And finally, Jay-Z's lawyer has spoken up, okay? Now, it was believed that Piers Morgan situation, it was like some people have listed it. I think even Tasha K may have listed. I forgot who it was. I don't even want to say Tasha K, so let me take that back, right? But it could have been her. It could have been her, okay? But it was listed that Jay-Z's lawyer sent out a cease and desist to Piers Morgan, right? But Jay-Z's lawyer came out and said, no. We didn't send out a cease and desist. We sent out an ultimatum. Take a listen to what bro had to say.
Listen, there's rumors and then there's nonsense, and this is one step further, right? This is a pointed and formal accusation of something, and I felt it needed to be responded to. So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly.
He meaning Piers Morgan.
Removing it and apologizing for it, yes. What changed here in my mind is that somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill, whether it's disconnected from reality or what have you, and lifted it up. And by doing that, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks, it didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims in an ongoing case, in an ongoing investigation. And that was too much for me.
Are you in the process of making sure that it is taken down everywhere?
What I am here to say is that in a situation as serious as this, somebody who puts themselves out as a journalist should not effectively take advantage of the situation and exploit somebody in this way. And so that's that.
Now there you have it. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, I noticed that TMZ asked a question like, so Piers Morgan had to take it down, but does everywhere have to take it down? And I noticed that the lawyer it seemed like he sidestepped that conversation. He didn't say like, oh yeah, everywhere has to take it down. He says every journalist should, I guess, essentially he said like all journalists should have enough integrity to not repost what she said because there's no real proof. So here's the thing, man. If she's stating that she's a victim of sorts, right? So we're letting the victim of sorts speak their mind freely. I think what it is what I heard Charlamagne the G say. Charlamagne said, he said the thing about it is, Pierce Morgan is like he has a platform that he represents, and he has maybe that come on, get it out, man. All right, my bad. Pierce Morgan maybe represents a network, and representing that, what's my time looking like? Let me see right here. So Pierce Morgan represents a network, and so then maybe that network is like, yo, you're gonna get us sued. And it makes no sense to sue broke people, because you ain't gonna get what, you gonna sue a homeless person? Not to say that she's homeless. I'm just saying, if a person got like the net worth of like 150,000, or maybe just a house, okay? Or you know what I'm saying? Like maybe 200,000, 400,000, whatever. You know, Jay-Z might be like, I don't know if we even want to try to sue her for what she's saying. A lot of people have heard what she said for years and just never decided they wanted to say, oh, sue her for defamation or anything like that. Look, that's ill, because that's almost like the less money you have, the more freedom you have to speak. Although everybody does have to pay for the words of their mouths. You know what I'm saying? I think this is where we start getting like allegedly and stuff like that start popping up and whatnot. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I think that's why it's important, really, to, when we report this information, we're reporting what the person says. Okay. Now I could say what I think they meant, or I could say like, oh, well, I could judge what they said. I don't like what they said. You know what I mean? Or I do like what they said. But I think to say, well, this is what happened. Like I think of Tasha K's situation, and I ain't gonna belabor it. You're free to leave if it's driving you crazy. Tasha K's situation, she said something crazy about Cardi B. She said that Cardi B had an STD or something like that. That's what she said. And Cardi B, I guess her team told Tasha K to take it down multiple times, which she did not. And so they came after her legally, and I think they came after her channel. And then, of course, her channel went in a different direction and everything. I think she stopped posting on YouTube and whatnot, because the money was being garnished from Google and what have you, or something to that effect. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.